This video is intended to provide specific guidance with respect to dietary and lifestyle changes that would be beneficial to facilitating a more rapid recovery. Included in the following is a list of clean foods that should be predominantly included on a daily basis in your diet. Eating lean meats, fish, and possibly eggs, assuming that you have limited sensitivity to eggs, would be a great start for protein sources. We'll talk about other protein sources shortly. Including in your daily routine lots of vegetables will be necessary, with the exclusion of nightshade vegetables. Limited fruit can be integrated, including apples and berries. High glycemic fruit should be avoided at all costs. You may be able to use an occasional banana for a cooking recipe in an entire batch of cookies. Nuts and seeds can be included as part of your daily diet, with avoidance of peanuts at all costs and pistachios and other shelled nuts wherever possible. As part of a replacement of dairy, you can include almond milk as part of your smoothies or add it to cereals or oatmeals, for example, once you resume, coconut milk and coconut oil as well. Other possibilities that you may be able to have limited amounts of include beans, almond meal as part of your cooking, eventually brown rice flour as part of an introduction back, and also controlled portions of yams and browned rice, adding some increased carbs to your menu, which you will appreciate. Other things in smaller quantities would also include plantain chips. At all costs, you should avoid high allergens. Some of these allergens are listed, which are more commonly known: soy, corn, dairy, chocolate, and other well-known foods that contain high pesticides in terms of spraying for fruits. Wheat may or may not bother you, and you should avoid any yeast-laden breads and foods, instead replacing with flat tortilla pitas if you do have wheat still contained in your diet and it does not appear to bother you. You should eliminate all of the following: any and all junk foods and greasy foods, white products including white flour and white sugar at all costs, dairy should also be eliminated, and any poor quality grains. Our cravings may be one of our most difficult obstacles to overcome, even if we are 90% committed to these dietary changes and understand the impact and have experienced them. In my case, sugar was extremely difficult to break, even though experiencing repeated adverse reactions to it when ingesting it. The theory with food and cravings goes something like this. If you are craving a particular food, you may in fact be craving a nutrient. For example, chocolate cravings may suggest a deficiency in magnesium. Replacing these nutrients with new foods and suggestions include: number 1, switching to dark chocolate. Number 2, once you get more comfortable with this, switching to cacao. Number 3, once you've gotten more comfortable with this, switching to carob until you can eliminate chocolate for a period of time. You will have it again one day, but right now this is not acting in your best interest or as a friend to you. Take it from me, I do understand your pain in this area. Do what you can, one step at a time, and keep adding to it or upping your game every time you eliminate one food that you know is negatively impacting you, like you would a good exercise regime. This took me approximately 6 months to get my cravings under control. Patience and time is needed for this significant change in your life. The good news is you will begin to see great results and you'll begin to feel better. As you start to feel better and ingest these foods that seem to be aggravating your condition, it will be worth trying to research new foods that you can replace with. You will develop new and different tastes, and your palate will change over the course of many months. As a result, you'll have these new foods to look forward to, which will satiate you and make you happy as you go along, replacing some of the old products that were giving you great difficulty.